The camera just arrived. I'm so excited to unbox it. Let's jump right in. Okay. Whoa, did you hear all that cracking? That doesn't sound good. But here we go. The Sony Alpha ZV-E10. So this is the body of the camera. Oh, I forgot, I got it in white. Oh my gosh, how pretty. All my other cameras are in black, so this is the first white camera I've gotten. Why can't I remember the name of this thing? Well, anyways, it's the windbreaker for the microphone, the built-in microphone to help increase the quality. But as you can see, I've got lots of different mics and stuff that I use. So I probably wouldn't use this unless I was traveling and like really needed to travel light or something. But I always got room for a mic. Okay, so it comes with a nice little strap if I wanted to wear it around my neck or take photos or something. Oh, a battery. That makes sense. We need a battery to, you know, turn it on. And then its own special charging cord. So the lens that I bought to go with this camera is the Sony Alpha E11mm f1.8. Honestly, I don't even know what that means. I watched this video by Vanessa Lau, who does a lot of like cool content strategy, like informational type of videos, and she recommended getting this lens in that video. And I like the way that her footage looked with it. And it's more of like a wide angle lens from what I understand. I tend to like that look because I want to be able to capture more in the shot versus like the super cropped look that oftentimes you get with the kind of lens that comes with the camera. I want something a little more tailored, a little more stylized. The gag is this lens was almost as expensive as the camera. I found the camera on eBay for about $600 and the lens was almost $500. What's all this? Oh, like manuals and stuff. Oh my God, why does it come with so many manuals? This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different pieces of literature on how to use this thing. Is it that complicated? Is it bad that I like never read the manuals? I keep them for a little bit in case something goes like really awry, but honestly, I normally just look up a YouTube video of someone explaining how to set up the camera to me or like use the equipment. Also, I'm just realizing that this lens is black, but the camera I got is white. I mean, that's fine. It can be black and white, like me, which is actually on brand, so it's fine. So let's put her on. Oh, this looks silly. How did I not think of that? Be honest, is it ugly? Be honest. You know what this camera looks like? It looks like a hyena with a little tuft of hair on the top of it. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're a little awkward, they're a little goofy, but endearing, deep down. Well, you know what? The good news is I have other Sony cameras that would be compatible with this lens. And also, it's just aesthetic. No one else is gonna see the lens except for me. So one thing I wanna immediately point out that's really smart about the design of this camera is that the area where you put the battery pack and the SD card is a little bit off to the side from where you would put something like a tripod. Whereas for a lot of cameras, this battery pack thing will be like right here, which means you have to take off the tripod every time you want to change out the battery or put in a new SD card, which logistically is just not very convenient. So that's a small thing about design, but I'm already noticing that that's like really nice and will just make things more seamless when in the filming process. So let's go ahead and turn her on. We're gonna be prompted to set everything up for the first time. So yes, we're gonna do everything in English. I could set it up in Chinese. If you didn't know, I speak Chinese. 大家好，我的中文名字是上官瑞文. I'm not gonna set it up in Chinese because I don't think I ever did like specific Sony camera Chinese vocabulary in my studies. So, you know, maybe next time. Or it could be in French. You know, en français, j'aime bien la langue et je comprends en français beaucoup plus bien que chez moi, mais quand même, c'est non pour moi. English it is. Date, time, and area. I love that it actually started not in the United States. Yes, challenging Western hegemony and centrism. Yes, challenging the centering the global north. They said we're starting on a whole different continent. Okay, Chicago. Daylight savings on, sure. Year, month, date. Now I think we want month, date, year. Enter. All right, it is the next day and we are running some tests on this camera in some not extreme circumstances, but it's very windy and rainy outside right now. It's like spitting. which is a weird expression now that I think about it. So we're really putting the onboard mic to the test. Right now, these are the settings that I have on the camera. There is no active shot, so you're getting the full wide angle lens, and there are also no beauty filters on the camera right now. Let's walk around a little bit. The ISO is adjusting automatically. I'm walking towards the lake right now, and I think it's doing a pretty good job. This is what the camera sounds like with the current noise level. I'm gonna put my professional mic on and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, we have the same camera settings, but now this is what the audio sounds like with the professional mic. So that was the onboard mic compared to professional Rode mic. Now let's play around with some of the other settings. I'm gonna turn on the beauty filter and we're gonna see how it looks. This is what it looks like with a high amount of skin softening, and this is what it looks like with a low amount of skin softening. So those are your options if you wanted to zhuzh a little bit, but you know, up to you. So earlier you saw what it looked like when I was moving around with the full wideness of the lens. I've now turned on something called steady shot, which is on active mode. This means that when I'm walking around, it will just stabilize the camera more than if I didn't have this on. It does crop in a little bit, but if my arm is completely out, like full out straight, I still get a decent amount of space around me. My final takeaway here is that this is a lovely camera. Surprise, surprise. It's popular for a reason. I think the effects are super nice. Honestly, I'm a pretty simple gal. I don't think I would use active shot for really anything. The skin softening effect is cool, but honestly not something that I think I'd really use.